Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? There we go. It looks like I have audio levels now. Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, let's do this again. So hey, I'm Joshua. This is Lunch Break Roguelike, where I work on a project over my lunch hour. Apparently, I don't know how to use microphones, but once the microphone is working correctly, I don't have to do anything with it after that. So hey, working on a thing that is a Twitch playable roguelike. I work on it 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday. Today, I'm making a little bit of exception for my rule. I'm calling today Refactor Friday because the code has gotten to a point where it's getting kind of clunky, and I'm dying to actually go back through and just kind of clean it up a little bit. So hopefully you can indulge me that little, I guess, luxury. And today might not be a lot of like interesting. Well, it might be interesting for programmers and watching me refactor code, but it might not be interesting for players because we probably won't make a lot of new gameplay changes. We'll see. But yeah, so this is a open source project. You can find it at github.com/joshua/lunch-break-rl. This series is not a structured tutorial, but it's just me working on a thing and like problem solving live and working through stuff. Typically, I'm going really fast because I only have an hour to do things. But today, I'm going to slow down a little bit. Might take a little bit longer. Might be a long lunch. It's Friday. You can take a long lunch on Friday every once in a while. So let's get going. And also, too, I'm going to be using PyCharm. Because the project has got to the point now too where I need a little bit of it's nice just to have a more structured IDE that allows me to do some nice things. I'll still use my command prompt though. I still like working from the command prompt. So we can go to the repositories, lunchbreak.rl, and we can do git status. And you can see I've started refactoring already. I was so excited. I started before stream, so hopefully you can forgive me that. So some of the changes you can see here is I have added an app.py, I've added a config.cfg, and I've removed the chat.cfg. I was just consolidating the configuration file into a single file. But yeah, let me walk you through some of the changes. Cool, so this is the wrong project. Let's open up this one. Let's do that. Cool. Yeah, so app.py is pretty simple. It basically, it just, all it is in charge of doing is running the game. But also has this class here that allows us to kind of lazily define command line args, which is pretty cool. Because I want to be able to add options. So for example, I've added the no fog of war option. So if you look at the game, you can do Python app.py. That will launch our game. And there it is. That's exactly what you expect to see. But also, if you pass in a no _fog of war. I hooked that up so now we can just see the whole map, which is nice. It's nice having these little dev cheats just to get work done. For example, like it decided to put the up and down stairs right next to each other in a tight hallway, which kind of stinks. I think eventually I want to do is basically just have maybe a little polish step where I just go out and I clear out all the space around the stairs just to kind of make sure that doesn't happen as often. But that's not what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm refactoring and making the code beautiful, or better, easier to work with, because some of the stuff's getting a little out of control. Cool. Yeah, so that's this is the app.py, which creates an instance of game. It calls game the run method on game. And game was just the game module really hasn't changed a lot. It's just now it's a class, and it was just a Python script. Now it's a Python class. It gets instantiated in app and ran. And then there's the stuff I have in the constructor for knitting it, and then there is the stuff down here. I also pushed some of the responsibility of like calling update and tick is now handled by game, and it's outside of scene. I'm trying to push it so scene is a little bit more generic. So that's that. What other changes are in the? Yeah, and then dungeon generator. I think I tweaked. Oh, that was just that's just to what is the word? It is honoring the new flag, or yeah. So what's cool about this is I can just add flags dynamically. Typically, like with an arg parser, you want to have all your known switches up front. But I have a little class that just basically if I give it a parameter like this, it will treat this as a flag. But also I can do something like this and say true, and then it will treat it as a key value pair, and it handles, you know, arbitrarily as many commands as I want to throw at it, and then this helper object helps me grab the properties off of there. So it's pretty nice. Then I guess I show usage here is let me see, game.args generator, or is it just in level? I think level .args. Yeah. So then I just check for the property. What's with my? There we go. Yeah. So game.args no fog of war, and that will return the value, or it'll be truthy or falsy, which is nice. Okay. Let me just go ahead and commit what I have here. Actually, I need to unstage that real quick. Okay. Because my config.cfg has my Twitch stuff in it, so maybe I don't want to. Yeah. So I don't want to commit that to source control. Let me just really quickly, like off screen, just edit it. And then I'll let me do that. So config.cfg. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. So I just made it generic, where your Twitch username. So this is what the config file looks like. I also exposed a few options to so that there's config and command line parameters now, which gives us a little bit more flexibility. Where these are things that we would want to tweak for, like, you know, setting the FPS limiter, or setting the renderer, or having the length of the game turns in seconds, and also the stuff you use to connect to Twitch. Whereas the other ones are more like debug stuff, so they're not actually living in the config file. So let me go ahead and just git add git commit -m working on refactor. Cool. Yeah, I just quickly reverted those changes. There we go. Chat's pretty quiet today. Hopefully folks are doing all right. Actually, we can just play a little bit if you've never seen it before. I guess part of the appeal is actually playing the darn thing, right? So let's do a Python app.py, and it should play exactly the same as the state we left it yesterday. You can type in !join, and that will join the game, and then we can move around the dungeon and explore and fight baddies and all the good stuff that we are used to. I think yesterday I implemented the whole like, players now have a state where you can exit the dungeon, and like you get rewarded for like exiting as a team, because you get a bigger health bonus if you do that. Wow, this room is chock full of kobolds. Oh my goodness. And you're kind of searching for the stairs down. Luckily, they're not too. You can throw stuff. Here we go. They're not too smart, so they don't actually actively pursue you, which I would like to change in the future. I guess it would be also interesting to have a dumb enemy as well. Variety is nice. Yeah, again, we have it. Yeah, cool. So that's kind of how the state of things are. So what else do I want to refactor? So we have this nice. Yeah, I really want to rework. Oh man. I want to rework how. I guess I want to rethink how, like right now, the way with entities have their offsets, it's kind of onerous. I'll fire up Photoshop and I'll explain a little bit as to what I mean. I think that was just a bad decision on my part. In the beginning, and it was just me working fast and not necessarily smart. So we have, we can draw the window here. Cool. So we have our main game window here. And then we have, well, we have the entities and the we have the various windows, that are kind of positioned in our world. Sorry, I'm cleaning this up because I'm, I guess, neurotic. Yeah, okay. I'll swear, stop bothering me eventually. Then we have something like this, and then here we have this is split off into two components here, not like that, just down here. So these are our entities. Way too big of a font, but yeah. So entities over here. And we have our listing of entities, and these are players. My pen is all jacked up. Not sure what's going on here. Just say, let's make it simple. ENP, entities, players. This is our console with various output here. Here's where our little at friend lives. And the confusing thing is for the main console. This right here is 0, 0. But for our world, this right there is 0, 0. This is level. And the problem is that the at coordinates are actually in world space. So this would be something like 30, 10, but in level space it's 10, 10. And switching back and forth between the two of these is really a pain in the neck. And I'd really like just to have all of my, pardon me, all the things that live, like a part of the game, just live inside the level and have a structure like that. So we'd have something like, I guess we have we have a top level scene, and for there we'd have the E panel, the P panel, and then we have this this level view. And then inside the level is where we'd have a lot of the, we'd have our little app buddy. We'd have all the kobolds, etc. So I think I want to try to restructure it like that. So I don't have to do any craziness as far as calculating, like from, because a lot of times I find myself going from I'm in main console space, so I go from this coordinate system to this coordinate system and then back, and I find myself doing that a lot, and it's not hard math, but I just don't have a good way of telling what space I'm in, and sometimes it just makes bad bugs. So let's see if we can straighten that out. We have scene. Actually, I think I want to do something like well, yeah. See, that's the nice thing about PyCharm too is it tells me what imports aren't being used. I can clean up my imports really quick. Also, I think I want to have a scene-based class rather than have just subclasses of the scene. That might make more sense. So let's do a new package called scenes. Not right now. And then let's move scene into here. Okay. And yeah, so usually PyCharm is smart enough to change all the usages of that. Let me just check real quick. What uses scene? I think player might use scene, entities, player. From scenes, import scenes. Yeah, so the nice thing is PyCharm went ahead and it corrected all of our imports for us, which is nice. Yep. Planning for refactoring and refactoring, trying to make it a little bit easier on myself. I've already done some refactoring where I have a main app that takes some command line args, and the main app just handles updating the scene, the root scene. Yeah. Just trying to take some time to actually clean up the code because it becomes harder to work with the messier it gets. And I guess the way I have been working is just try to get stuff done, which in some ways actually kind of mirrors actual like real life development where a lot of times like product managers are really focused on just getting new features down the pipe because that's what users tend to respond best to, right? Sometimes it's good for, on the engineer side of things to actually, make sure the code is maintainable and all that good stuff. So I think what I want to do is I also want to change this to, I want to have two scenes. I want to have the scene that is the main view, and then the level itself will be a scene nested inside a scene. So let's call this, I guess, game scene, for lack of a better term. So again, PyCharm has a nice way of just doing just nice refactors across the board. Okay. I think this break stuff though. Player from scenes import game scene. Oh, it even renamed the file. Interesting. Okay, that is good. And then in player game scene. Game scene.game scene. Yeah, cool. So it actually did the right thing. Sometimes I worry about these auto refactor things not quite doing what I want them to do. Let me just give it a real quick run. Just make sure that nothing is super broken. Yeah, it seems to be okay. Okay, so now also because I want to have, I want to make scene kind of just a generic thing. I want it to be just like a kind of a container for entities because I want to have multiple scenes. I want to have a scene that is like our kind of our original layout, and then we have a scene that is just the level. So let's make a new Python file called scene. And I will always manually add the stuff to GitHub, so I don't need to worry about it trying to do some heavy lifting for me. Hey, Chad. Glass Casket TV says off-topic question, but what are some of my favorite roguelikes? I wouldn't consider this to be too terribly off-topic because I do love roguelikes. Hey, Chad. So right off the bat, my favorite, people will probably get upset at me because I'm not a big traditional rogueliker. My favorite ones, my top two are Infra Arcana and Doom the Roguelike, or Doom RL, or DRL, however you want to say it. Delver's pretty good. Working hard to make that a good like gateway roguelike to get you hooked. That's the goal there. Okay, so we have game scene and scene. So I'm going to pull out some of the stuff. So let's go ahead and just do class scene. This is going to be a type object, and we need a constructor. Okay, and like this stuff, like actually since I ripped this stuff out and put it into game, let me just put a pass here real quick. Since I ripped this stuff out, I don't think I need any of this timing stuff, right? I have a timer, seconds per tick, all that stuff now, so I can get rid of that timer, that. Then in the I probably need to keep the tick count. Yeah, self-thought timer is not being used. Tick count and level change tick. That's needed for the actual level change stuff. Passport Host says, "What other type of game genre would you like to make a game of in the future?" I don't know. Like, I think for my lunch type projects, I'd like to stick to stuff I can make where people play on Twitch, and I have some ideas of where that may go. But for like big projects, I don't know. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. I know for the near future, like we're going to be releasing Delver, and then we're going to be supporting Delver, and then I need to figure out my next move. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to move this over to scene, because that should just be a general scene thing. I'm going to call this super. Just call my super classes constructor. There we go. Set the level. I guess it wants me to init that, so I'm going to say self.level. Self.level equals none. Hey, game dev 513. Console. Self.console equals none. Okay. This actually should be inside this. Maybe PyCharm is just getting confused. Oh, this needs to be of type scene because it's not inheriting from it yet. And then here, I need to import scene. Will it automatically do it for me? Import scenes.scene.scene. Cool. Yeah, I've been putting all these froms somewhere down here. Oh well. Okay, so that should satisfy that. And then I think I need to look at some of the methods that it implements, because I think those are probably just going to be kind of the same across the board. Yeah, so here, draw. Yeah, so this is special casing out, drawing the players and drawing. Because right now too, the all the entities live in the main scene and not actually in the level scene. So I want to change that as well. But that should just be as simple as def draw. And I need a console. And it's just going to be for E in self.entities. E.draw console. That's all that really needs to be. And this needs to move to level scene. Okay. handle events. And it's going to be super similar. There we go. Oh yeah, I can get rid of that now too, I guess. This just allows me to manually kind of redraw the dungeon. I don't think we need that for that, so we can actually get rid of this whole implementation now because we'll just use the superclasses handle events, which is what we want. And then some of this check collision is solid, is get into, yeah, all this stuff might need to move, is definitely gonna have to move to wherever the level lives, because right now I'm just kind of have to straighten some of this stuff out. Because at this level, the game scene shouldn't really have any idea of what a player is. It should just know about the windows that it's managing. So maybe I should also go ahead and just create a new Python file, level scene. And then this is just going to be a class level scene, which is a type of scene. Okay. Put it over here, I suppose. Yep, need to call a constructor, def init self super init. Here we go. And I guess I start moving some of the level specific stuff over here. So the self.level actually should live over here. Okay. The console can stay in the game scene because that's where the console actually lives. I guess for the time being, this check collision. I can move it to copy it and paste it in here. And self.level, that should be fine. Level scene. Trying to think. So we have this. We have our player window. We have our entities window. We have our console. We don't. So I need to make this new. I guess it's not a window. It's just a level scene. They're kind of smacking in the middle. So or we already have a level. No, the level window is the whole. Yeah, there's a level window already. So should the level window contain the level scene, or should the level scene just be slapped on top of that? So I think how it is now is just the level gets drawn on top of the level window. What to do? I guess I can also do something like def init scene, how this one has it, self, and then maybe this stuff right here needs to live over here. So I think that's maybe on his hard coding stuff. Yeah. Okay. ls equals level scene. Okay. And then we have a new level scene. And then ls.init scene should be okay. And then self.entities append level scene. This that needs to get moved into here, into a init scene. Okay, and then here I can delete that. Again, this is all player related stuff. I can move that over. Because again, the dungeon generate level returns us a level and a bunch of entities to add. So we add all those entities to the level. Then also for players, just players. Oh, this got moved to the wrong spot. So this right here also needs to happen. That needs to go up here in a init scene, because these are, yeah, because we re-init the level scene each time that we go down a level. Hey, 109 Thanos. Lots of work today. Okay, so this should say something like add the Twitch chat manager. Level window, level scene, player window. This is setting the singleton-ish thing going on there. Change level and tick. Let me see. And we have check collisions here, so I should just be able to call. Yeah. Also, I guess I need to keep track of level scene, right? Oh, come on. Yeah, sometimes PyCharm doesn't like it if you do it like that. But you can still kind of fudge your way around it. Okay. Self.level scene equals none. Okay. So we still have a handle to that. And then down here in check collision, we could just call return self.level scene check collision. And just pass in the X and Y coords. Yeah, because I think for the time being, yeah, refactor Friday, however you wanna put it. Oh, I never tweeted that out. Yeah, thanks for reminding me on the social stuff. I'm half an hour late on that. Oh, yeah. Hey, Hawaii Beach. I'm just trying to separate out some, I guess, like ownership or responsibility of stuff here. Here we go. Check collisions. And again, this is all going to be is solid, I guess, for the time being. These probably need work too, but I'm just going to try to separate these out first, and then we can. Actually, this is fine here too. I can just leave it there for the time being, I suppose. Solid is fine. Get entity at. This actually is most likely I'm asking for like an entity, like a something in the level scene. So that's probably what I want instead. Self.level .get entity at. Right now, these are all just going to be passed through until I can figure out what to do. Then check visibility, similar. Check visibility. This is set up level scene dot check visibility. X and Y. Yeah, a lot of this stuff. Players. This is just level scene dot players. This one's okay because it uses the self.players property. Tick is fine because I think all this handles is just did I get rid of a knit scene here? No, I didn't, but I don't want to reknit this scene. I just want to self.level scene.init scene. That's what we want to do. We want to change the level. Hey Nixrod, hey Glass Casket, or Glass Casket TV has been here a little bit, but yeah, hey Nixrod. Okay, and then update for entity and entities update time. This should just be a basic part of scene. It really should. So let's just copy this and just update. Right. So just for every entity we have, update them. And then here, this should just be part of so because the special thing here is we're doing this update FOV. So here I can just call our super dot update time and then do the update FOV. And then here, because I don't care about FOV anymore, I can just get rid of that. Okay, I don't think I have that defined. I don't. Where is update? Do I have it? Or self that level F. Oh yeah, so this is already defined in level, so I don't have to worry about. Yeah, that's fine there. The tick is fine. Well, tick probably, this particular tick should probably live in here because it's all about changing the level, and that's what the level scene should own, right? Let's just guess that and paste that. Need to import entities.player. Need to import console, which I think is just from UI import console, maybe. Is that the right one? I think that's right. So again, we're ticking. Find location near stairs. Again, this is probably needed for more for this one. Import that. Import utils. Okay. Yep, import random. There we go. Don't use any of these imports anymore. That one. Init scene, change level. So this change level also should live over here as well. I also want to move this, I think I'm going to move tick and update next to each other just because they're kind of similar. And actually tick should probably live on at the entity level because I think all entities should receive a tick event. There's change level. And then these so I need to, I think I need to rip these out now. Check count, change level requested. Change level on tick. Those need to live here. Starting to feel like I should have just should have done this the other way around, because I feel like a lot of the logic is moving over here into this level scene. Okay. Yeah, this move to level scene. So let's do that now, since I'm doing that. Just cut this and put it into update tick draw. And this is specifically overriding the default behavior, because we want to draw I guess the draw items and creatures, draw players. We want the players to always show up on top. We might play around with this a little bit more in the future, but that's okay for now. I don't think. So I think some of these might be used by external entities. Property players, yeah, active player count. Yeah, so I think these need to be moved over here as well. Those players, active player count. So I don't think I need this one here anymore, because that's for the exiting. Then players. Can I do find usages, I think? Yeah. Oh, I don't think it's used. Cool. So we can get rid of that. Because really all this the game scene should do is just lay out our scene for us. So these need to be moved over here to this init scene. And this is a reset level change. Okay. That looks fine. Yep. Let's run it and see what all is broken. Game scene has no attribute seconds per tick. This is in game scene line 25. Level window, seconds per tick. Self at seconds per tick. Where does this get set? We do. I guess I could do get status, get diff, scenes, scene up high. Oh, why is it? How am I get ignore? Dot ignore. Maybe I accidentally added that. Yeah, let me remove that. What is the best way to remove something from version control? Just get RM? cached dot idea slash work. Nice. Okay, that seems better. Yeah, seconds per tick equals 2. And that was just part of game scene. And actually, yeah, I can just pull that in. Yeah, so here it's in game scene in the constructor. Yeah, so self.seconds per tick equals game.game.args.turn. I think is what I called it. And then let's just do that, import game. And then I need to cast this to an int. I'm pretty sure this should work. Let me test it out real quick. So Python a equals 1, int of a. Cool. Yeah, that will work. Python is smart enough to convert strings to integers for us. If game.args.turn that else 2. Nope. This if this. There we go. So just trying to be a little bit safe about this. So if args.turn isn't defined, we default to 2, which is fine. But it allows us to override that in our setup or in our config.cfg, which is nice. Maybe we want to run it slower eventually when this actually goes out to production, whatever that means. Cool. Python on .py. Dict has no object turn. What? Game.args. This definitely should be a thingy. So let's look at game. So it gets passed in the args object. It gets set at the as a static attribute or static property. How about args equals none? Because this is not a dict anymore; it's an object. Then an app should actually be setting that as the arg helper. None type has no attribute turn. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's do that, and let's do this. I guess actually just split this out real quick. So a equal, or arg equals arg helper, and it's going to be arg bug. Arg is an arg helper object, and it better have the arg.turn is none, but that's okay because we haven't specified it. So F7, F8, F8. Sure. Step out. Oh, I need to set that probably. Yeah, I see what's happening. So it's probably not being set quite fast enough. Let's just do the first thing we do is just set this. There we go. All right, let's try that. This is not Delver. Do I have my? This is Lunch Break Roguelike. Yeah. I am the art guy for Delver, and that is my primary thing I work on. But this is my fun lunchtime project. Okay. Game scene is an attribute level. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Game scene at current scene level. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think a lot of things are going to be re-referencing this, so we probably need to implement this for the time being and then try to clean that up. So game scene, current scene level, game scene. Let's just add a at property level, and this is just going to return self.level scene dot level. That should fix that. Let's just go back here real quick. Put in debug it. Yeah, that is the title of this game. It's also the title of the project. I thought it'd be fun to take an hour over lunch and work on a small thing every so often. Yeah, that seems to be all right. Continue. Oh wow, the refactor went okay-ish. Um, our our Windows and console are not right, but that's okay. I think that's something that we can fix. Let's take a look into that. Okay, so these windows are part of the, I think, the UI package. And let's look at the entities window. And it gets, where does it get its entities from? Yeah, so in game scene current scene entities. So we could do something like game scene current scene level scene entities, and that should fix that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, crash. Game scene object has no attribute get location near stairs. Okay, yeah. So some of this, so where is this being used at? I'm just gonna start just slowly kind of pushing these over. This is in player. Yeah, so let me just add, I just need to slowly kind of audit all these usages. This is game scene, current scene. Hi, we're playing today. Does my ID warn me? What do you mean? Why would it warn me? It's a dynamically typed language. It can't protect me from stuff like this. So line 49 in handle events. What? I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's Twitch chat manager. Yes. Line 49. Yeah, real quick, I'm just going to have to do something like, it's going to be super gross. Level scene. Level scene. Game scene current scene dot. Yuck. This will be straightened out eventually. Right now, I'm just trying to do a quick. Trying to do this incrementally. I'm just trying to separate out these two classes. And once I get the ownership of the responsibilities correct, then we'll start cleaning this up. Using current scene dot. There we go. Scene. I wonder if refactoring while critically looking at Twitch makes it harder. Yeah, maybe. I think, yeah, for me, like definitely like verbalizing what I'm doing certainly helps the process. I definitely work slower while I'm streaming, but I think it's just a different way of working that's interesting. I'm not sure if it's better or worse because I think there are benefits and there are drawbacks. Let's see. There we go. That does start a countdown timer now, so that's cool. This one already has the level scene. And player window. Player window open up here. Dot level scene. There we go. How about now? Oh, what happened? All sorts of good stuff. List object has no... Oh, I typoed this, so entity line 54. Yes. Level scene dot entities. There we go. There we go. So far, so good. So it looks like the player listing is messed up, but it looks like our entities are okay. Yeah, Hawaii. It is starting to look like a game, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so let me take a look at the player window and see why that's not working. Close out our split stuff here. It should be in UI player window. For entity and game scene at scene levels and entities, instance player continue. So our Twitch chat manager. Our Twitch chat manager player goes this, and then add a player. Name, it's s.entities. S is what? S is, where does S come from? Is game scene at scene a current scene? Dot, should be a dot level scene is what we need. How did I miss that one? There we go. Oh no, but our FOV is now not being okay. Okay, let's look at is it level scene? Update FOV. Self that level that update FOV. And no, so this is not current scene. This should be, yeah, this is that level. So let's look for game scene.current scene. Let's find all of those. So that level scene, current scene, level scene, current scene, level scene, current scene, level scene, AI. Let's see. Level scene. Yeah, so I seem to be getting scene and level a lot. So I need to add a better API to grab those instead of all this hoopla I'm jumping through. But that will be the next step, I think. Game scene, current scene, level 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 scene. Can I look for do a regex search, I guess, and do a not reference. How do I negate? Cheats. Not. Yeah. So so I should look for game scene. Scene dot game scene. Current scene, and then not a literal dot. So it should match that. Yeah, there we go. So with this regex, let's just search the code base. Cool. So it looks like nothing to show. Again, let me simplify that, I guess, and just make it current scene. Cool. So maybe I got them all now. We'll find out. Annoying. Cool. MV down. Okay, that seems to be okay. Row up. That crashes. Level scene has no attribute is solid. Okay. Yeah, so there's some properties I still need to copy over, or some methods. So let's look at level scene and game scene. Split that, do that, and level scene. Yeah, I think I'm missing some of these. Is solid and stuff. Yeah, so let's just do visibility. Yeah, I think a lot of this probably can just, since I'm doing that like that thing where I'm just kind of redirecting to the level scene. This might just be okay. So self check collision. Get entity, check visibility. I think I already had, is this already defined, I think? Yeah, it is. What about check viz? Is this already defined? It is. Is solid? No. Check collision. Yes, it is. Okay, so let me put this, delete this, and then under check collision, I'll just put the is solid. Go. Okay, join. So it was on a throw, so throw left. There we go. It looks fine. Move down left. Down left. That's fine. Looks like the kobolds are fighting. That's cool. So Hawaii, you can do move, throw, drop. Move and throw take directions, and drop just drops your held item, and that's it. Cool. Yeah, so if folks want to jump in and help me try to find some bugs here, that'd be appreciated. Um, I disagree, but eventually I would like to have something to that effect. But right now, since it's under development, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, and I also need to figure out like sometimes like see how glass casket TV spawned in the next room over. I'd like to fix that eventually, but that's a future Joshua problem. Okay. Again, if anything isn't behaving like you think it should, please let me know. Especially those of you who have played quite a bit. Oh, there we go. There's the stairwell down. Yeah, Nick's Roger right next to it. All right, I'm gonna do it. You guys better get to the chopper now. Oh. There we go. Kobold got in my way, but now I'm gonna start the level countdown and we'll see how that goes. Eventually, I would like to have UI for this as well. Okay, so it's not printing the. You could just throw them out of the way, glass casket TV. It's not printing off the countdown thing, which is a little strange, which makes me think it's not going to actually. We'll see. We'll see what it's doing. There's no benefit to killing them. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling that the downward stair thing is broken. Steven's asking, well, what are the D and the F to the right of the player health? Yeah, so that is their equipped item. So the yellow items on the ground, when you bump into them, you pick them up. So I have a dagger. Hawaii Beach is wielding his fist. Glass Casket TV is wielding a dagger, and Nick's Rod is wielding his fists. Yeah, so something is wrong with this turn thing. So let's take a look at that. Because we should have this change level, the self change level requested. Where is this used? Change level requested. Yeah, so tick is the level scene might not be getting ticked. That's interesting. We can just set a breakpoint there and test that out pretty quick. It should happen. Should happen pretty quick. Well, actually, it might not. Actually, because this is a scene and a scene. Yeah. I think the thing that handles ticks our game. Our game now push the tick event, which gets called by handle events, which then should do that. So I wonder instead of that, if I should just instead of doing this, I should just force. Yeah, I'll just force every entity to emit a tick. So yeah, let's do that. So entity. Blah, 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 and also they just have a update and they have a def tick self and tick, I guess, and for child in self.children child.tick. Okay. Also, how about self.name equals class.name. Oh, that's already there. It's already there. Yeah. Never mind. Okay. So then scene now needs to be an entity. And then it'll get children for free, I think. So let's look at scene. So scene, if I make this an entity.entity, and then just pull that in, sure. And then also I can get rid of this, but I can just add at property def entities return self.children. And then this should be at entities.setter def entities self and these self.children equals entities. That should work. Let's give it a shot. Game scene. Oh, yeah. So they are. Yeah, because now that they're entities, they have to emit. Yeah. That makes it a little sticky because entities have this kind of semi-complicated. That's okay. We could deal with this. So scene needs to have a def init, and I want to call my super dot init. Init, okay, and then I'm just going to pass in some, I guess, some stuff. So, and entities. This stuff required, I think. Char is required. Get scene. And then yeah, position that all that other stuff is fine. Okay, and then these scenes inherit from scene. There we go. See if that works. Nice. That seems to have worked okay. YBeach says, "Can a gun break? Does it have a broken text property?" I think it can break. I'm not entirely for certain. The Chad would know better about the implementation of that. Cool. So actually, if folks don't mind helping me, let's just go ahead and play for a little bit just to make sure that I'm trying to make sure, I'm just trying to do some QA stuff, make sure stuff is not broken. And I want to commit where I'm at right now. So I guess I'm going to go through the whole. Just trying to try to go through at least one loop here and see how that works. Oh, I don't even know if I've actually. Let me see. Now that I'm thinking about it, did I actually solve the downstairs problem? I don't think I did. I don't think this is getting ticked. Yeah, so that's one thing I have to do. So let's just do that real quick. Let's close this out. And now in our, because all this was piping through for game. So game now, instead of passing this tick event through the event system, I can just say game scene dot scene root dot tick tick count. Okay. And then let me see. So I need to do a few things here. So I think anywhere that has a let me add all the handle events. So def handle events. I think quite a few. Okay, so let's look. So there's a handle events. Okay, so as long as they're not calling the tick, that's the thing I'm worried about is adding these new tick events, or calling tick. I can look at invocation of tick maybe. So it looks like just there. I thought some things were in the handle events manually ticked themselves. Maybe not anymore. Maybe that's something that I moved away from. Hmm. Hmm. Here are all the things that implement tick. Yeah, so here, okay, so here, this is where I was worried about this dungeon. Well, this the dungeon master doesn't really. Let me look for this event type equals tick. Okay, so here, I don't need to do that anymore. Actually, I don't even use the dungeon master anymore, so I can kind of just not worry about that one. And a creatures were ticking themselves, but yeah, I can get rid of that now because that should just be being called by the game loop now. Okay. Game scene has no attribute scene roots. This is in game number 79. Oh, game.scene. Duh. Yeah. Sometimes when you have stuff that is similarly named, it's a little confusing. Task manager in task. Cool. Okay, join. Okay. So this seems to tell me that things aren't getting ticked as I think. So, oh yeah. For child in self dot children child dot tick. Did I already have this? Oh, so this is just getting redefined. This is perform per frame update. Per frame update. Update logic. And then time is time elapsed since last update in seconds. And it does not return anything. And then here, this is perform per tick logic. Per tick logic, tick, and this is the total number of ticks that have lapsed since GameStop. There we go. There we go. Okay, just document that up a little bit so it makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, let me just, wherever I have a def tick that I'm not doing anything with, I need to do something about that. Shift def tick, open and find window. That's fine. This is Dungeon Master, I'm not really using that. Entities, creature.py, def tick. I need to do a super dot tick number, or tick is fine. Tick. Sure. Okay. And then an entity, that one's fine. Player. Player. There we go. That one seems okay. And in scene, yeah, I need to do a super.tick number, because I want to make sure this propagates to all the children. That's why I'm calling the super tick. This is tick. Cool. Okay. Twitch chat manager has no attribute tick. Okay, yeah. So now we're gonna I'm gonna start hitting these things where I have these entity-like things that I should probably just make entities. So this Twitch chat manager is just of type. Yeah, it really should just be an entity. Like entities usually are things that live in the scene that have entity. Are things that have like a visual representation, but also like, I guess there are also things with logic. I can just get rid of that. That then, because these are just kind of, okay, def init super init and then I just need to pass in that, and that should be sufficient. Super not that regex. Yeah, I thought I goofed that. Yeah, this one right here. There we go. Super is a method call and not a property. And something was itching the back of my brain that I'd messed that up. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Go. Level window has no attribute tick. Yeah, so I'm running into the thing that now that a lot of these things aren't entities that probably ought to be. Okay. Level window. So window.window is an object, but it really should just be an entity.entity. And then super.init. Yeah, because entities use position, and then some of these have been using kind of XY and other stuff willy-nilly. How about position equals X, Y, and then get rid of this, but expose them as properties, I suppose, are fine. add property def x self return self dot position at 0 at x dot setter def x self value self dot position equals self dot position 1 and value. Because tuples are immutable, we have to just reset it to a new tuple value, and then just copy this and do the same thing for the y property. So property is y, and this just returns that, and then this y setter needs to do the opposite. So turn that chord and or set that chord to this its current value and value. Oh, that should work okay. Let me clean up my imports, I guess. There we go. Give that a run. Close that. If there are any Pythonistas watching who know how to do like better Python monkey patching, please let me know. That would be cool. UI progress bar is of type entity.t. Okay, and then the same kind of thing here. I can just go to window maybe, then grab this. Actually, let me just put that on entity. That probably makes the most sense, right? Rather than copying and pasting it everywhere. And then things that use X and Y just work, right? That's what we want. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. The progress bar. Super dot knit and position equals x comma y. Yeah, because for basically for all these UI elements, they have special overridden draws. So I think that's probably okay what we're doing here. So window is now an entity, and the X and Y should just work. Progress bar, player window is a window, entities window is a window. What about console? Console's a window. Just doing some PEP 8 changes. Seems okay. Level has no attribute tick. Level must not be an entity either. Wow. Level is an object. Again, so make level an entity. Entity. Import entity. Super dot knit and position equals x comma y. Get rid of that. Hey, it's Glitch. Hey, thanks for stopping by. How are you? I'm just going to leave my little task manager up. I'm just going to hide it over here. I can get to in tasking a little bit faster. I'm trying to think. So if you look at game scene adds a bunch of stuff. So this Twitch chat manager, that is now an entity. It adds a level window, which is of type window, which is now an entity. This level scene, which is of type scene, which is of type entity. Player window, which is of type window, which you know. So these are both of type window, which are type of type entity. This is a type window. That's good. Yeah, that should be all good. No, this is Python. Run. Okay. join. Okay. Better. Left, down, down. Move left. Attack the kobold. Oh, he throw the kobold. Oh, so we got error. Flash background does not have no attribute children. Interesting. Oh, that's an animation object. Yeah. So let's in task that. Animation. Where is animation? Entities? What? Oh. Super dot net. And this. There we go. Yeah, and a animation is an entity. It just does some. Yeah. So this stuff I can. I don't need to. I don't need to. Implement any of this stuff. If something yeah, just. That seems okay. And here I call super init, which is fine. Throw motion also calls super.init, which is good. That's it, really. Yeah, these should be all okay. Let's give it a go. Join. Okay, so I was flashing. I guess I took damage immediately when I came in. Let's move to the right. Let's throw something. Yep, that animation worked okay. Let me go punch a kobold, make sure that works okay. Yep, the damage animation. Yeah, he hit me back. That's fair. All right. Oh, thank you. Whoa, whoa. Interesting. It didn't start. For some odd reason, the counter started at a very low number. Oh, I got so close. The level scene has no attribute level scene, so level scene line 32. Okay, yeah, just self-init scene is sufficient. Let me just audit here for level underscore scene. Okay, cool. And also, I need to look into what happened with the because I think Fire Dragon when you hit those stairs, it was already pretty well down, so that should be in level.py, I'm pretty sure, or is it or level scene? Change level requested equals false, and then we have this change level. Change level. So if not self change level requested, we set it to true. We set change level on tick equal to self tick count plus 30. So self tick count plus 30. We're not updating our self tick count. Where is this? Self tick count equals 0. We are not updating that. So on tick, we just need to do a self.tick count plus self.tick count equals equals tick, I think, because if this just says so whatever the current tick is plus 30, so 30 turns from now is what we want to do. And then I guess just here in our tick method, we just say tick count is equal to tick. So I'll just say, yeah, because this is always, well, yeah, that's fine for now. Let's just see if that works. On my Python and task it. There we go. Go. Join. Nice. And then right next to the stairs down. There we go. And it also did the nice thing where it will automatically um, go to the next level once all the players have exited. Okay, so I'm gonna go. If you folks want to help me find the stairs down and initiate that, I just want to test to see if it's still honoring the waiting, like make sure that the logic for the exit still works correctly. Okay, yep, there's the exit. So everybody head west. I'll just hang out here and let folks get close. Cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and exit. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully Fire Dragon can exit, and maybe Nixrod can or can't exit. It'll be interesting to see what happens either way. Go for it! Run! Oh, looks like you two might make it. Coordinate. Hawaii, you're okay. People still get moved to the next level. It's just that everybody who manages to hit the level exit, they get a health bonus, if that makes sense. So you'll still come to the next level with us. It looks like Nixrod's not going to make it either, but that's okay. There we go. So it looks like we got a +2 because 2 of us made it out. So that's always interesting. I think you couldn't go left because the stairs were there. The upstairs, you can't move on them. They just I don't want to die to this stupid kobold. So Hawaii Beach, you should be able to move now just fine. Something seems up with the... Oh, I think I see what's happening. This happened to so the downstairs is just right here. So the upstairs are directly above me and the downstairs are right next to the yeah. Yeah, this is a degenerate case. I was thinking about if you do it similar to how Spelunky does it, it makes it a little bit easier to generate dungeons that are that you don't get this issue. So with Spelunky, you start in the top row, and you never go up. You always go left, right, or down. And I could make my generator do that as well. But it looks like I would say that my refactor seems to be working okay. There's no noticeable issues. Okay, next level. Cool. Yeah. So let me go ahead and commit my changes where I'm at right now. It's gonna be tons. Blah. So git add dot, git status, git reset, config, git status. Okay, git commit -m, separating out game scene and level scene. Cool. Okay, that seems all right. Yeah, I guess I did warn folks today that I'd probably go long. Maybe I'll wrap it up in 15 minutes. So I think what I want to do is maybe try to sort out this whole. I still have this ugly pattern of game.game scene dot not regex or game scene dot game. Yeah, this one right here. So this is not ideal, right? This is ugly. I want to have a more direct way of getting the active level, which is the level on the level scene. So would it make more sense to have an accessor just to call this directly, or to have it live on the level? So let me close out. Actually, let's close. There we go. There we go. I keep. So we have level scene, and we have stairs. So I want to fix how this is used. It'd be something. It would be nice just to do something like level equals level scene dot level. I think that would be nice, but Python you can't do. I mean, this would probably be a property, and you can't really do properties very easily on modules. I mean, I could do the level scene dot level level scene dot. See, I was starting getting the same thing too, where I have the scene dot current scene dot level. That's not really that much better. Fire Dragon says, "Do I use PyCharm's built-in version control system, or do I use the Git console?" I use the Git console commands. When you see me popping up a console command to do all this stuff, this is how I always work. I feel like I have a better idea of what I'm doing if I do it that way. But whatever works for folks. My way isn't necessarily the best. So what I would really love to have I think there might be a hacky way to do it. Let me see if I can do it. So Python property or module level properties. Okay, so interesting. So they define a class and then they set the class as the module. That's curious. I could do something like that, I suppose. It's really interesting. So how would I do that? Should I create a special thing then, like a or what if I just did something like what if I did something? Let me just try prototyping it. Like I can think of better names in the future. Interesting. Yeah. No, I've never used the built-in BCS for through PyCharm. So I guess let's just let's just call it a new Python file called instances.py. Hopefully this isn't the worst thing ever. So class instances of type object. The init as, and then they're saying I need to import sys, and then where's my good old Stack Overflow. Then you say sys.modules at the name of this thing is equal to an instance of instances. Okay. And then I could do something like property def say level, and this is just return man yeah, let me add it to level scene. So level scene will have something similar to game scene, where we have these semi-singleton e things going on. So game scene, current scene, or let's just refactor this to instance. They refactor it everywhere. Yeah, it did. Nice. Game scene.instance. Cool. That makes more sense. I think people used to working with singletons are probably more happy with that. So the instances I can return. This is instance equals none. And then in the constructor, if level scene.instance, if not, if this is none, level scene.instance equals self. Should be the exact same thing I'm doing here. Maybe. Yuck. That should not live in the init scene. That should live in there. Cool. That's better. Okay. The instances should return level scene dot level scene instance level. Let's import this. Yep. Delete that. Okay, and then I should. So I just want to grab the level here. So this should be something like instances.level. Nope, wrong keystroke. Import instances. Okay. Let's see if that works. Take care, Hawaii. So let me give this a run. Yeah, and I could still, the stairs seem to work okay. Yeah, nice. That is a nice thing to do. So that allows me to clean up. Yeah, that's much nicer. So let me look for all uses of level scene level. There's not too many of them. Return. This is an entity. So it can just be instances. And just import that. It seems all right. Okay, and then here in game scene, yeah, this is what I'm trying to get rid of. I should have. I think I've already gotten rid of this. Maybe. Let me clean that up. Okay. Let me just look for dot level or yeah, game scene dot instance dot level. There we go. We got a lot of these. Okay, so this is the current scene. Do I do anything with current scene? So yeah, so this is the yeah. I guess that's okay for now. But this is current scene.level. This should just be instances level. Yeah. So I want to have a way to jump straight to this game scene, current scene, level scene. At least right here, I can replace it with this cached version, right? Current scene. Okay. Slightly better. And level.py, current scene. Go with that. That's fine, I guess. Level scene. Let me just refactor this because it's current scene everywhere else. And also, I can get rid of this. This has adder name because let me think. Because everything should have a name already. I'll just leave that. I'll just leave that untouched for now. Try to keep focused to the task at hand. Level scene, get location near stairs. AI. Yeah, so I also need I guess I need this whole, because there's a separation between the level scene, which has the level and all the entities in the level. Maybe the level should own its own entities too. I think that's what I'm trying to move towards. Yeah, and this can just be. In fact, this is not even used, is it? And yeah, a lot of this usage is grabbing this level scene and doing things to it. At least I can. At least I can shortcut this, right? A lot of this stuff I can just say now. Level scene dot level scene, because now it has its own singleton thingy. Go. Yeah, same thing here. Did I copy it? No, I didn't. Levels scene. Level scene. Nope. Here we go. Yeah, because I guess very well. Are things still using game scene in here? Game scene. Yeah, again, this should just be level scene. That instance. Here we go. Level scene instance, get location near stairs. Level scene at instance, entities. Here we go. Oh, this is making me so happy to get all this stuff cleaned up. Here we go. Okay, animation. What else? This is level scene at level scene, check visibility. And again, this is starting to make me feel like in instances I should just have a game scene instance level. Yeah, right. It will be dot instance dot entities. Here we go. Yeah, let me just level scene dot instance is what I guess I want to grab. Like that. That. Here we go. Here we go. That seems fine. Game scene. There we go. Game scene. Level scene.instance. Import that. Cool. Uh-oh. Okay. I was worried I accidentally committed my config.cfg, which is not what I wanted to do. So I think maybe after I straighten this stuff out, I'll wrap up my stream. I've been streaming for a while there. Gotten pretty quiet, so I think all this refactoring has worn everybody out. And it's not super, like I said, I warned it's not super exciting because it's just restructuring the code we already have and not really going forward with new stuff. But Monday will be more interesting because we'll get back to our usual march of adding stuff. Oh, cool! Thanks, Steven. I'm curious, Stephen, how, like, when you go to refactor stuff, what is your general process? How do you go about a big task like this? If you have, a couple dozen classes you need to touch, and you're splitting out functionality, like, what's your method or your approach? So I'm curious how other programmers tackle these sorts of problems. Or tasks, actually. These are things we just kind of do normally. So, I mean, ideally, you'd have a perfect design up front, but that's just not realistic. Like designs are something that are like they're a living thing. You have to work on them. Yeah, don't need this. That's provided by the base class. Cool. There we go. So I think that's all cleaned up. Python app.py. Yeah. So it's all kinds of broken. Okay. Animation module, line 7. Entity has no class entity? What? Entities.entity has no attribute entity. What? Did I goof something? Oh no, am I getting some sort of weird recursive import game, import console, import window, from entities import entity, from scenes import level scene, from import dungeon generator, import level action from entities. Yeah, I think is it a circular? Oh goodness. I'm just curious what would have changed because of this. Let me see if I can debug it from here. So from scenes.game scene, import game scene. These instances might be goofing things up. Oh, whoa, your power went out. Yeah, no, Steven, I totally get it. Like, especially like this is just a hobby project, so there's no real deadlines, you know? Like I can take my time on it, but yeah, if you're trying to ship something, like a lot of times you can't justify the engineering cost that it takes to do a refactor. Or if you do, you have to make a really strong argument to, your team why refactor is worth the time. I mean, I think refactor is better than throwing everything away and starting from scratch. Um, yeah. So let me. Where are we importing this instances? Maybe this instances is a bad design. So let me comment that out. And yeah, I can just do level scene.instance, I think, instead of instances.level. Let's try that. Go. Still the same issue. Yeah. So we have an app which imports game. Game imports the game scene. The scene imports the console. Console imports window. Window as an entity, so it imports entities. Entity imports level scene. Level scene imports dungeon generator? Okay, dungeon generator imports level. Level imports entities player. T player. Player imports action. Action imports animation. I mean, is the issue that it's already, is it not? Yeah, this whole hoopla. If I imported entity earlier, would that fix it? Where's my frame stack? Continue, I guess. Did from entities entity, or from entities import entity. Yeah, it's still barfing. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I think I've got some weird. Oh man. Yeah. I think I've got some sort of weird dependency loop that's messing things up. From scenes.game scene import game scene. Yeah. I don't. I think that might. So I think this might be my culprit here. Is I think this is something that probably PyCharm maybe did for me, trying to help me out. Yeah, still the same stack. Let's look at let's observe my imports. Is the import entity level scene dungeon generator level player action. Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe entity shouldn't import anything. Um, maybe this visible property should maybe I should do something like like I think. Whoa. Yeah, I think this is what's goofing me here. Um, curious why it's now just an issue without get status. Because it was through game scene and that seemed to be fine. And in theory, level scene and game scene should be basically, it shouldn't be introducing anything new, I don't think. Oh man. PyCharm might be goofing me up here. Okay, let me just audit all of my import statements. So AI action.py. Okay, that seems fine. Dungeon master. Those seem fine. Animation. Those imports seem okay. Reacher. For that. That seems all okay. Entity. This might be okay. Let's just leave it like that. Let's look at player, then stairs. Player. Seems okay. Stairs. Seems okay. Game and level. Game. This import is okay because it doesn't depend on anything else. Level. Okay, that seems all right. That shouldn't have been goofing things up, but it's just not my style. Yep. So these are bad. And then this should be curious. When did this happen? Not seen. I feel like some sort of like process got me on this one. Level scene at level scene. Is that good? Which chat manager? Yeah, again, I'm loath to actually import the actual class. Import Twitch chat manager. Here we go. Level scene. Okay, that seems all right. Twitch chat manager. Let me just check that. That seems okay. Yeah, my lunch break has gone on way long today, but that's okay. It's Friday. I just did Twitch chat manager, entities window. Those imports look okay. And player window. Okay, those imports look okay. Let's try it again. Damn it. Yeah, still the same thing. Yeah. So scene brings in game scene, Twitch chat manager, brings in player, brings in action, brings in animation. Entity, level scene, dungeon generator, level. Weird. Let me just try that. Yeah, I assume it's going to barf as well. Yeah. Game scene, Twitch chat manager entity. I'd really love entity not to depend on anything. That would be nice. Level scene. I mean, as a hack, could I do this? The nasty hack. Could I put this import statement down into here? and here. Current scene. So it's barfing here. Current level scene is an attribute level scene. Yeah, that's correct. Wait, what? What is going on? All right, I'll puzzle this out some more. I'll let you folks go back to your day, but I just want to thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Joshua. This has been Lunch Break Roguelike. It's been a nice long refactor Friday. I'll puzzle this out a little bit longer, but I want to thank my subscribers. I have 7 subscribers. They are wonderful folks that support me in my weird endeavors that I'm doing. They are Codrake, Fifth Elephant, Nympheus, Dr. Kegel, Glass Casket TV, New Obj, and Smith. Thank you for subscribing to me. That is awesome. That is good confirmation that I'm doing something that you folks are interested in. We'll be back Monday with something more interesting on this front. Have a good weekend. I'll see you Sunday for the Delver stream or Monday for this stream. Take care, everybody.